time around now. So let's hope that this works now. Looks good. Looks good. Let's check my channel real quick. There we are. Now it finally works. Had to change a little bit of something. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Now it finally worked. Let's see what's coming out of it. Welcome back to the Nerd Crate, and welcome to the first iteration of a little hangout show I'm trying to do called the Crate Hangouts, like inspired by Sentinel Bay reviews, Humans and Robots, and also Deluxe and Kato's Toy Box Presents. And I got a little guest with me tonight, and it's the Crunky Monkey. We're going to talk about that. Jeremy Bennett, what's up, dude? How you doing?
What's going on, Tim? This is surreal.
It is. It sure is. So, what do you say?
I said a little bit.
A little bit. So how was your Sunday so far, man? It's rather early for you. It's now just a little bit afternoon for you.
Pretty relaxing. I actually started to dive into Spider-Man with my 6-year-old, so maybe a year late, but it's been fun. We're about halfway through it. I had a little bit further in that this morning.
Okay.
Pretty relaxed day.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, we already got one in the chat. We got, like I said, Sentinel Bay reviews. He got in the chat. What's going on, man? He's just said, can't stay live as we're about to have dinner, so no worries, dude. Enjoy. Thanks for popping in. Be sure to check later. So yeah, which Spider-Man, man? The Spider-Verse or the new ones with Holland?
PS4 game from last year.
Cool. Yeah, I actually gotta
way
play that.
Behind on that shit.
Yeah, I wanted to play that too, but these games, man, they are just so expensive nowadays. It's just another point. It's not funny anymore. just crazy. I think they're, I don't know, these AAA games, they're now somewhat in the 70-80 watt range, to take a little para quote from Terminator, but it's just heavy. Like you can have collector's editions and everything for up to $300 or something, and normal games also cost around 70. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I hope to catch Doom Eternal soon, and I hope to catch the new Terminator game tomorrow. So I hope I still know how to actually hold this controller. It's been a while. But since we are still in introduction, and I wanna try a little something else while using still some familiars. Is there anything you've gotten new from any fandom whatsoever? Something you got delivered?
I just got this guy back. Funny you should ask him. Back from review. This is the one I won in the Realm of Collectors spin exclusive from TFCon.
Cool.
Figure. And this mess that so one of these days I'm going to get to it, but I've heard enough horror stories about people that have broken this, so I'm going to just keep it like this for some time. I
don't know, does it look like a wind play to you, like this jangly things for the door? You could put it up, a plastic wind play. Would that work?
Something. I don't know.
It's horrible.
I don't know how to transform my figures.
I mean, there are certain things. I just had this guy by Dan of Sentinel Bay, and he had a few small problems, like this little peg thingy that's going underneath in here, you know, in the chest. This was rather rough, but after some more power, it got in there. So, but otherwise, yeah, they are sure complicated pieces. When I think about MP44, I still have my fingers hurt, man. Crazy. But you said from reviews, did you send Bulkhead to someone?
Yeah, Mr. Bobby Skullface got to take a look at it, and the timing was a little bit messed up, but he got it. I got it back and got to mess around with it a little bit this week.
Cool, very cool. Yeah, that Bedrock looks good. I think that's a smart choice by MMC doing the Roadbuster and also what is her real name? Titanica is, I believe, her MMC name, right?
That sounds right.
Or something, I believe so. But yeah, it's a smart choice. It's a smart choice. But yeah, nevertheless, man, dude, I wanna have people know about you a little bit more, because you were good to me. I want to be good to you, and just get you out there just a little bit to know that, to get people to know that this is a super swell dude. You got to know this guy.
We have to say about me. I am swell, so that's good looking out there. I don't know, man. What do you want to know? I'm kind of surprised that anybody would be interested in this conversation so much. But I appreciate you giving me the nod for the first one. I don't know. Where do you want me to start?
Well, first off, I want to say I just love streaming. This is actually a lot of fun. Also, live streaming. I got some stuff I want to try, and I just thought, many people do it, and it's fun to get people to know, and you were good to me, and I don't know, just have a little good time. And I'm really, really, really curious, where does the Crunky Monkey come from? Like, this is
it's really a boring story, but when I got my Xbox 360, I needed to get a name. I went through, I hate putting numbers at the end of a call sign or anything like that. I don't know why, that's just always bugged me. So
me too.
I just kind of started thinking of the weirdest shit that I could come up with, and that was on the list, and it was available, and I've had it for 15 years or so.
Okay.
It used to be probably a lot more accurate of my personality back then than now, but I don't know. Let's see where to start. I've been collecting since G1. I'm mostly focused on Transformers and Masterpiece third party. I live in Cleveland, Ohio. It's cold as shit here right now.
Here too.
I've got family, a wife, 2 girls, 9 and 6. They couldn't be less interested in Transformers, so there's some good and bad with that. But we're just getting started. My youngest on the Star Wars sagas to finish off strong this year.
Okay.
Trying to figure out an entry point. This has been a conversation as of late. You started episode 4 or episode 1? I don't have a good answer. I feel like 4, but I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, just I don't know. Like you said, I'm just a swell dude.
The question is, are you swell, or are you also swole? That's
no, just swell.
Thing to do. Only swell. Okay, because for many people, like, bodybuilding is like being ahead of the game, So, but that actually good call. Like, where to actually start? Like, when we started back in the day with Star Wars, I mean, anyone that kind of has something of a name to it, let's call it like that. In Star Wars, pretty much started with Episode 4. That was Star Wars. That was the titular Star Wars. There was nothing else. George Lucas wanted to do 1 till 3, but he didn't have the money, and I guess the 4th was the most captivating one. So there was the start, and then it was somewhere down the line rebranded to Episode 4: A New Hope. But I mean, I still remember with my parents, we still had this VHS tape, and it was these hardcover tapes, and it was only Krieg der Sterne, Star Wars. So that's actually pretty funny, but I guess different folks, different strokes, I would say. But since you said that you're with Transformers and G1 and anything, and your family pretty much couldn't give a lot less about it, I guess. There's also a funny thing where we know each other actually from. We know each other from a little group, a tiny group called the Realm of Collectors, which has pretty much become for many people like kind of a family where when the usual real life family doesn't care too much about the plastic crack, you're just usually one click away from a very pretty much big family that gives a lot more. I mean, sometimes there are posts in the group that are somewhat, I don't know, maybe only 10 and 20 likes, but sometimes stuff like just goes up to 80 likes or something like that. And through that, we pretty much know each other, and we have a little interesting connection too, because you helped me big time with Dan's birthday. And the fun stuff is that it's not about Transformers. It's about Storm collectibles, and that was pretty funny. I think that worked pretty cool, and I actually put in his little envelope for his little birthday card. I put a little post-it in there, and I just said, "Welcome to the rabbit hole, motherfucker," because he was able to open it up. you just gotta do it. But on this way out in the open, thanks again for you helping me. You hit me up. You said Bluefin has a few things in stock, and the two were actually I wanted to get were actually Kazuya for Dan and Segat for me. So live, because we only did it in speech messages so far. Thanks again, dude. Appreciate it very much.
Hey, no worries, man. Happy to help.
Thanks, man.
Cool that timing worked out and everything went a lot more quickly than we thought it would. So
yeah, it worked. It worked very well. I'm happy with that. Also with DJ and the Cyber Smoke, that was pretty cool. But we already had we only had one thing. We had Transformers. But do you collect anything else? Like you said that you were also interested in Storm collectibles, right?
From afar.
From afar.
Definitely go down the Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat rabbit holes, but I kind of got into this all just about a year ago, actually, when I bought my first Masterpiece. And I've been collecting stuff for years, probably 20 years worth of shit that I had in a storage container that
Damn.
Deciding, you know what, I don't need this. And that kind of funded me to go in big on Masterpiece and third party this year. So
sounds good.
We, yeah, I've always looked, but I'm not the type of personality. I can't just get one here and there. Like I've got to go all in or not at all. So once I get this to where I think I'm in a good spot, then I'll figure out a new rabbit hole. But for right now, I'm just focused on sticking to my rules and staying the course.
Sounds good. I think that's pretty important. I don't know. I guess there are lost souls out there, so to speak, that are just, you know, a new pre-order whatsoever hit it, you know, all the time. But I think we're pretty much in conjunction with that. We try to keep it in control. We still want to get new stuff, but otherwise it is pretty much a little thing that Dan's wife pretty much established. It's post before plastic. So real life comes always first. So I think that's important. But nevertheless, money, of course, is a thing in collecting. And since you said you want to somewhere down the line go into Storm collectibles, but to call it like a little bit more universal, if there would be anything in any fandom whatsoever, what is the absolute grail, existent or not? If you could get it, what would it be?
That's a really good question that doesn't have a short answer, I don't think.
We got some time.
Does it exist now, or are we?
No, you can say whatsoever. Like to me, for example, just so you know, to me it would be like Bismarck, Ramrod from Saber Rider and the Star Sharers. If Bandai Soul of Shogoken would do a brand new Ramrod, this would be a day one pre-order. I would not even think about it, you know. But this doesn't exist. But this is a thing that's just click. That would be it.
This is kind of a more boring answer since the last TFCon and some of the reveals. But
okay.
I want to see Fans Toys do a Triptychon like that Fort Max. That would be there. Something my 6-year-old could ride. You know, just ridiculously sized Triptychon. That would probably be the first thing that comes to mind.
That would be something. Hey, since you said that, and either that or also like what is the size of Fort Max? It's like 3.5 foot, right?
I thought it was 42 or 45 inches, somewhere in there.
Yeah. So
what's that in centimeters? I know we're talking
inches. I don't know, man. Like my Hulkbuster is 22 inches, and he's 55 centimeters. So this would be way double.
Yeah.
So that would be 3 feet, 3.5 feet, something like that. Imagine a 3.5 feet Scorponok. That would be something to ride on. Yeah.
Good shit.
I think that would work. That would work pretty well. But uh, since we're on writing, is there any talent you got? Any curious talent? I don't know.
Wow. Well, I did do a short stint as a ballet dancer.
A ballet dancer. Wow.
Not at all. Special talents. I go to work every day. My family's clothed and fed. I have some left over to buy plastic crack. Is that a talent? Is that just being boring dad? I'm not sure.
No, I would say you're being responsible, but keeping a good portion of your brain, of your consciousness, always like there's a little room in that hotel, and the kid light is always blinking, it's always on. I would say so.
Well, I wouldn't turn down a run at karaoke.
Oh, that's cool.
Is 2 or 3 lifetimes ago, I did professional wrestling for about 8 months.
Cool.
Talents, I guess I've always been the type, whether I'm good at it or not, I'll always try something.
Hmm.
And, whether how it works out, that's to be seen. But special talents, I can't really draw, nothing like that. But I don't
It could
know.
it could be anything stupid, whatever it is. I mean, sometimes there are things like when you think about it. Okay, I know I'm very good at this, but if I tell someone about this, it will be like, okay, yeah, I go in a different direction. That is, if you're not comfortable with that, you don't need to. But it's just a little thing I thought with the writing aspect, that was kind of a good transition.
Yeah, definitely. If you throw something at me, I'll catch it.
Okay, see, there
Sometimes
you
that's
go.
more useful than others.
Okay, cool. But see, that's something. That's something. That's what I have too. I kind of weirdly so schooled myself too in catching better. I don't know. When I was sitting alone on my couch, like the last years whatsoever, I always take the remote and I throw it up, and I always catch it all the time. It could be the weirdest. I don't know, the weirdest angle. I always catch it. And now this is pretty much also come when someone catches something at me. Reflexes work. So this is
Reflexive
not
work. This is a
this.
talent.
Exactly. This is nothing that you could actually make money off, but it is a weird and more or less usable talent, so to speak. Um. Okay. This could be a short one. Inbox or outbox collector. So
Out.
keep out.
Well, I don't know if that's fair. Um, I don't have everything displayed right now, so technically it's inbox, but with the intention to be out of box.
Okay. And usually you are like, okay, I like to keep my boxes. I love unboxing it and everything, but I want to have the freedom to get it off and then.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Never. I don't see me getting rid of the boxes. I know that's a big. Just to store the shit is a lot, but I like the boxes.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I also have the problem like when people say like, yeah, I don't have the space anymore. I want to throw out the boxes. I would always say, okay, is there really no alternative, no other possibility to keep the boxes, because that's a that's a tremendous part of the piece you are throwing away, and potentially also a good bit of value to it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't get anything with the idea that I'm going to sell it. That just
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
don't buy to replace down the line. I don't buy with the idea that I'm going to sell it. But I, I guess there are some hoarder tendencies there that with the boxes. But yeah, I like to have eventually someday do something with them. I don't know what, but someday.
Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did in my photo room back then. I tried to pile it up a little bit to have all my tastes in there, and not say, okay, I have this room with white walls and that's it. Nothing the least appealing. So I just wanted to pile it up a little bit, somewhat like something like a toy tower of power, if you wanted to call it like that. Starting with the Hulk boss, saying it's smaller and smaller to have a stable basis. But I needed to take it down because I'm starting to get mold in the room, which is not cool, and I don't want to spread it over to the boxes because $1,000 Hulkbuster and the box is damaged takes a lot of the value. And of course, like you said, it's nothing that I buy with the intent of maybe selling it, but I think the realistic approach is always to think about maybe if it would be sold, because in today's times there's always, like, I don't know, problems with a job or anything else, utilities, and it's get a super big bill up in your PO box, you know. So there's always a danger, and you need to get rid of something. And when I think, okay, Hulkbuster is now worth still 1,000 or even more, and the box is gone, and that would be half, this hurts. This hurts bad. And I think the same could be said for Storm collectibles or anything. But okay, what do you say?
I said, did you catch it in time? Did you move it before it was damaged?
Oh no! It's all good. It's all still healthy and everything. It's just it's also not big spots or anything. But it's starting below, and it had some space to the box either way. But it's just that's me. I'm doing it because I want to be proactive about it. Before anything gets damaged, I want to move it. And also there was a person, I don't know, some kind of administrative dude from the mold company that wanted to measure humidity in the wall and the diameter of the spots and whatsoever. So I wanted to make space either way so he could reach it all. So that's about it. But that's not a stream about mold. So since you said you have all your stuff currently in box. A, do you have plans to display it soon? And B, and this is the actual question, is there a favorite shelving unit that you would use?
Well, so my family moved from Pittsburgh to Cleveland last year, and been looking for a house since the spring of this year. And we've actually put in 2 offers. And those other offers were accepted just before. So we've been fighting that battle for the last couple months anyway. So as soon as I get into a house, I'm looking at houses with the idea of where am I going to put this shit. As far as shelving, I guess it's like obligation to start with a DTOF or a builder, something along that range. But I really, that's going to be a project. Once I finally get a space, filling that space is going to be, there's going to be some thought put into it, because right now I look at some displays and there's certain things I just hate. So I know I wouldn't want to get it, but yeah. I haven't found one that I look at and I'm like, that's it. That's how this should look. And I don't know. I've never seen it. So until I get a little closer into that, I really just kind of flexible, looking for something, looking for the right setup.
Sounds good. I mean, the thing is, there's also very, very flexible possibilities out there. Like people use Besta or the DTOF. I mean, some people go crazy. I mean, we're living in crazy times, and this is also a pretty crazy hobby. Module cases, and then there's also always the option of Craigslist, which you guys got, and we got an equivalent of that. And there are always, some businesses that are being, I don't know, that are being loosened or they're being lost or whatever. And there are shelving units, and they actually get sold. And Dan, for example, has something. I have a shelving unit from a shop that was gone or laid off or whatever. So there's always good opportunities. So you could have really good displays with not too much money. And when you think about module cases, like I believe a case like, I don't know, 20 by 20 inches is already like $150, $200. So that's quite some money.
I don't know. It's really about the display, because if I could spend $1,000 on one module case that would hold everything the way I wanted to, or spend a couple grand and never have to worry about it again, I think that'd be worth the investment. But I haven't seen that set up yet. There's so many different ways that people display their stuff, and like I said, I haven't found one that I've kind of honed in on yet. But That'd be a project for next year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I myself have several. I have floating shelf. I have Kallax. I have the Expedit. I have Daytolfs, and I have the floating shelves are probably things you guys never heard of. And then over there I have this other shelf. So like I said, there are so many flexible things. I mean, some people do it beautifully, and some people just have shelves that are like old school wooden, and it just sometimes look like. I mean, if they enjoy it, I'm all over it. If you enjoy it, don't get me wrong, enjoy the hell out of it. It's just not for me, and it just looks like they threw their figures just in there, right? So.
Yeah, I don't mean to be a display snob in any way. I don't mean that at all. I've seen setups that I like, but for different reasons. I guess what I'm saying is I haven't seen that one combination that speaks to me that says, yes, this is exactly how I'm going to do it. You know, do some sort of I don't know, background images, or do you just stack them in teams? How, you know, there's so many different. I guess it's my inability to settle on one, and until I get the space, I don't know that I'll be able to.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is also you can't, sometimes you just can't settle on the thing you really want, because maybe the room is also angled, you know, and you have also all those rectangular pieces. How will you put those together in an angular room? Because you would need to have, I don't know, some special options, custom made, and these are even more expensive. So but custom could also mean business and new connections in the fandom, right? So
yeah, I think when I picture what I want it to look like, you didn't have Hills department stores over there, but it was basically like, I don't know, old school, what Walmart was, or Sears. I don't know. There was like a place that you could walk in. They had multiple different items, but they had these toy displays when I was a kid that would be on the end caps, and they would take out all of the figures of a particular line, all the that wave Transformers or Ninja Turtles or something, and they'd set it up on the end cap in a battle scene with different, just the whole scene was done. So in my mind, that's what I picture is what it needs to be, but I have no idea how to get it there.
I got you. That's a problem we have too. Like I don't have a car, and my father drives a small car, so you have to rent a transporter, some kind of a truck or something for the day. So that's extra cost. But I feel you. We got that over here too. Like in my vicinity is also not a furniture store whatsoever near me. So I always have to do somewhat like a little bit longer of a travel, which is not too cool. But on the topic of too cool, you know, where we live in sometimes not too pleasant times. Like on different occasions, we have topics in the fandom, Transformers or whatsoever. Maybe sometimes also Storm collectibles. That's just when I look at the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion, when opinions do differ a little bit harder, and people are starting to get vulgar and throw, I don't know, temper tantrums, or I don't know, disgusting insults whatsoever. So meaning the community.
Unicron again?
No, not that. Not in particular. Not in particular. I'm just steering toward the question. But the Unicron is a good point too, and MP44 was also, because this is essentially also where it happened. Like people were going left and right. Oh, you only hate it because you can't buy it. You don't have the money, which is a stupid thing. You just don't like it because you don't like it. You don't have to be a super Takara fanboy. It's your opinion. You're entitled to it. The thing is, I just hate is that so many people nowadays don't really let anybody have their opinions. It's pretty common nowadays that people think that, oh, this dude has a different opinion of me. He thinks I'm shit. He hates me, which is stupid. It's just, dude, I have a different opinion. It's cool. It's all right. We can just argue like we're adults about it. And this is the thing. I would love to get rid of this stuff, you know, just arguing in an adult manner. So my question for you is, if you could have any influence whatsoever, and you could say something to people in any community that would really put a stop to it, what would that be? Would you have something to say to community that I don't know, take the steam out of it or whatsoever? I hope I make myself clear.
Just be cool, man.
That's short.
I mean, that's all it is. It's we all, either all to be in this hobby, we have some disposable income. So to compare one person's to another isn't really important. People have different opinions on tune accurate or stylized, or they have different sets of characters that they want to see, or they have a company that they feel very strongly about one way or the other. I mean, it's all just toys, man. Like,
that's it.
Be cool. I definitely went down a path on that, and I think the community that you're having these discussions in definitely makes a difference. When I got into this at the end of last year, I was kind of looking on YouTube to try to find a voice or somebody that speaks to me, and from there, where do you start? Where you go to the Transformer Wars, TWF 2005 or whatever, and you troll on there, and then you start having conversations, and then you realize most people on there just want to pick an argument or for the sake of it. So I kind of went away from that, and then there's some groups within the Facebook community that are more active and respectful than others, and then there are groups where there's just a lot of assholes. What up, Buck?
Yeah, good call.
But I joined Realm of Collectors in April this year, and generally speaking, I hate social media. I hate this shit. Like, it's just toxic. And I kind of had a couple conversations with people on there and realized that this is a pretty safe place as far as opinions go. And more often than not, that's still true. Every once in a while there will be an outlier, but I think the admins, for the most part, take care of that pretty swiftly. And just like you were saying earlier, it's crazy. You either buy in or you don't. You're either part of the realm or you're not. And the people that are out on the fringe just watching, they're really missing the best part of it. And just forming friendships with people from around the world, or people that you'd never know otherwise, like real friendships, not just bullshit pretend internet friends. That's my wife's word for it, by the
way. No, but that's it.
No, I was supposed to go to TFCon this year. Work prevented that at the last minute, which was just balls. But I've talked to you for quite a while, just through Messenger. This is the first opportunity we've had to go face to face, which again, surreal. But when I was in Charlotte visiting family, I got to meet up with Jason Young and meet his family, and hang out and just bullshit and talk Transformers and kids and life. And just last weekend, I went out to hang out with the Michigan ROC crew. And
My Rock.
Yeah, My Rock. Shout out to Eric, Matt, and Daniel. They showed me a good time last weekend. And I mean, that's really what it's about, is just the community aspect of it is so much more than the toys. And the people that get on in the group that argue about toys are really just kind of missing the point.
That's it. Yeah, that's a good point. That's also what happened with me. Like, I can't really much remember how I actually got into the realm. I think I saw the hashtag on Instagram, and then I clicked on it, and I saw different pictures, and then I saw a post of the Realm of Collectors on Instagram, and then I saw a group. And that was pretty much it. And the thing that got me into streaming also was the realm, because the first thing were the international ROC hangouts that Eddie made back then. He did it 1 or 2 hours earlier back then. It's been some time, dude. Get on it. And that was fun. That was super fun. Like, with all those people, who was in there? I think there was Tommy Barricade from Canada. We had Ishak Razali from Oh man, where is he? Where is he from? I think Indonesia. We had Sam from England, Sam Thompson. So it was a super mixed panel, and that was real fun, and that had me hooked on streaming. So that's one of the points where I started my stuff, and like you said, it's surreal. You have how toxic whatsoever the social media is. The realm of collectors is probably, like you said, the somewhat of a safest place to actually have it there, because otherwise I also use the social media like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that mostly to collect the toy news I post and anything. But like through YouTube I got to know Dan. I got through the realm I got to know you and Eric B and Eddie and Chris and all the other guys. And since you said TFCon, man, I can only feel how balls this must have been to be deprived of that possibility this year. I'm pretty much in the same boat. It's not. I said pretty early on in the year that I wouldn't do it, and I couldn't do it, but I missed it a lot because 2018 in Chicago was the best time I ever had. This was amazing.
Yeah, that it seemed like it would have been a lot of fun, but you know, there's always something to look forward to on the next one. Hopefully, we'll do it next fall around here somewhere.
True.
But I'd love to see him go back to Charlotte, because that would knock out like 2 trips in one. And my in-laws are down there. But whether it's Chicago or Reston next year, you know, I'm not going to Orlando, but I'm definitely going to make it to one. And in the meantime, there's a lot of realm people, you know, relatively close, with little efforts. So no, it's been awesome. That's been the best part of it, man. It's just, you know, we're I know you guys, it's after hours for you, but missing out on the live chats on Realm, Enter the Realm, and Breaking the Mold, Finger Banging, and the Masterpiece Ship Piece Theater. What's up, guys? But yeah, it's like it's a almost an everyday thing. Whether it's a rock watch or something, there's always a time every day that you can interact with these people more than just, you know, on the boards or in the group. So you know, it's amazing what these guys have built and curated over the years. It's, you know, I'm less than a year in, and it's, you know, it's like home. And not to be stupid, but it's I've tried to dive in as much as I can, and I've gotten a lot out of that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it is the way you said it. It's just like that. I mean, I was in the after chats quite a lot some time ago, but since I moved offices at work, I can't pretty much go into the after chats anymore, because when I would go in there, then soon people would come into the office too. So that possibility is somewhat gone. Otherwise I enjoyed that. You know, get at work, get my first coffee, and then get half an hour in at least on the live on the after hangout. So that's a bit sad. That's a bit out to me. But let's see. It's soon the Christmas season is here, and I believe Eddie will hit up some ROC hangouts, and I bet we'll meet there, and I think we will meet here, because like you said, let's just set it up and have a good chat instead of only doing those speech messages. It's a little bit more live.
Fair enough.
So I would say, with this, if you got anything more that you want to tell the collecting words, any words of wisdom?
I think I'm tapped. I thought that last one I was on a pretty good roll. That's too much. No, this has been fun. I agree. We need to do this more often, and I'm not, you know, I need to participate, like you were saying, in the after chats. I usually make it through the shows and miss out on those a lot just because I'm old and trash and need sleep. But I put the time off coming up here at the end of the year, so I'm definitely going to utilize it better for that. But no, man, like I love what you do on your channel. I just watched the Smoke video yesterday, so that was really good. I like the format that you follow, and
Thanks.
we kind of got into the YouTube, Google stuff a little bit, getting ready for this. So, yeah, I think talking about that and trying to get a handle on that for everybody, what to expect, how it affects you, how it affects us, all that stuff. I think that's important news to get out there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, be cool, man. It's just toys, and we're all here.
I think that's a good closing plaidoyer, call it like that. Yeah, I would say so too. That was fun. Let's just do it again sometime. And I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. I just wanna keep it rather short, just to get people out there to know each other a little bit more and just have a little bit of a good time. If you want to hit Jeremy up, Jeremy, if that's okay, I got your stuff down in the description. You know,
Sure.
Okay. So if you want to hit Jeremy up on Instagram or on Facebook, you find that all in the description below. Me either way, you know that. And otherwise, currently there's a bit of stuff out there about the whole FTC and COPA thing that YouTube is pretty much shutting small YouTubers down. So to let you know, for the people that watch till the end, I don't know how much longer it's possible to engage with me in comments. So as long as you can and want, have at it. Otherwise, I will catch you next week on probably the next English language video, and for the German people, I will catch you on Voice of K on Tuesday. And otherwise, Jeremy, thanks again, man.
Thanks, Tim.
See you guys next time. Take care. Realm. Bye.